Morning folks. I think I'm sat on a big sort of grave slab here. I'm at the Church of St Mary's at Silton, right on the edge of the North York Moors. It's a bit of a pilgrimage trip for me, this. I've come to see the wild daffodils here, and it's a place I've been coming to for many years. Must be over 20 years. And it's a place I used to come with my dad and my birding mates, Bob, Ozzy and stuff. And I try and come most years. Last time I came was 2023. I'm slightly late. The wild daffs, slightly over. About 5 days ago, a week ago, I think they'd have been in the prime. Look at the old ridge and furrow in that meadow. Just seen a big hare laying in front of me. I love seeing brown hares. I love seeing any hare. So what's today's agenda? Well, I'm up in area, so I thought I'd just do sort of a quick night out, but it's not a wild camp. I'm doing a backpacking trip. I've parked at a village back there, Silton, and I'm doing a circular route, and I'm staying on a campsite at Osmotherley. I'm quite looking forward to it, really. It's a bit of a change staying on a campsite. I don't do it very often, but it's nice to know that sort of everything's sorted in here. I don't need to trouble myself about where I'm going to pitch, what's the weather like and stuff like that. It's going to be quite sheltered, got some facilities to enjoy. And it's about 12 months ago since I did the Owen Valley Circular backpacking trip, and I thoroughly enjoyed that, so yeah, I quite fancied another. So I'm off tarmac now and I'm on a normal forestry track. There's been a little bit of lane walking on the journey so far, but I don't think I saw one car. Very quiet, quite pleasant really. Well, I didn't check the contours on the map. These climbs are 8-hole slog. Just really, not steep grading, just really steady, unremitting. I'm sweating. When I get up here onto the moor edge, I'm going to strip off a bit and get my pins out. Oh, what a lovely spot out at wind. Proper little sun trap this. When you're walking in the wind it is quite chilly, but if you get out of it it's bloody lovely. A lot of birds singing today, you can tell spring's moving on. Chiff-chaffs, absolutely loads of them. Just heard my first willow warbler down there. A distant curlew not long ago. Was that a butterfly or something? I'm just looking across. I think that village down there is Osmotherley, but just above my finger there's a little dip in the skyline. Them are the Pennines across there, and I reckon that's Swaledale. I've covered a bit more ground in a shorter time frame than I thought. I'm going to have to slow down a bit here. It's not far to Osmotherley, although I have a couple of options. I can take a direct route, or I can sort of wend me way there a bit slower. This valley's nice down here. Not sure what this weird crop is. It's like a reed or something. I don't think it's natural. Right, well, we're just approaching Osmotherley now. I've just had another long rest against a nice big old ash tree up there. Really pleasant in the sun. I'm arriving in Osmotherley way too early, really, earlier than I planned, but I'll see if I can find a pub or might have a pot around the local church or something. I've been walking the Cleveland Way for quite a while. Very pleasant. Good fun camping, isn't it, when the weather's like this? I like all sorts of camping, me, whether it's wild camping, this sort of camping. I like the big family camping in our big tent. Yeah, it's great. Right, I'm going to brew up. I'm quite tempted to have a little snooze, I don't know, just half an hour. I feel a bit tired. I'll just lie down, listen to the birds and stuff. I hope tonight, some big tall trees around here. I hope I hear some tawny owls. I like the sound of tawny owls when I'm camping. It's quite a posh site, this. It's like big static chalet type things over there, some really quite posh caravans and stuff. And here's me in my little one-man tent roughing it. Oh, I've just had a really nice snooze. Just dozing off listening to birds singing. It's nearly 7:15 and I'm going to have my tea now. I'm on Adventure Foods chicken curry. Bit cheaper these, but long time since I've had one. Not sure they're as good as some of the other brands. I've just come for a bit of a night walk. This light's dazzling me big time and I can't see where I'm going. I'm going to walk into a tree or something. I can't get a signal at bottom, so it's quite a walk. I've come out of the valley and just gone up the lane. This is good. I can't talk like this. Not really, anyway. So I'm going to back down to the tent and I'll speak to you down there. I've heard a couple of tawny owls, so that's good. I'm hoping for some bats, but I think it's a bit chilly. It's like a frost holler down there. I think it's borderline going to freeze tonight. Temperatures have really dropped since earlier on. Anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Where I've walked today, of all the national parks in north of England, and by that I'm saying Peak District, Lake District, Yorkshire Dales, Northumberland, North York Moors, possibly the North York Moors is my least favourite, and that doesn't mean I don't like it, it's just not as high up as the others. Although saying that, I absolutely adore Robin Hood's Bay. I think that's one of my favourite villages anywhere. That I love the coastline, but the actual moorland itself, it's like a bloody grouse farm, innit? But I mean, there's some lovely villages and the valleys and things like that I quite like. But yeah, the heathery plateau I find quite dull, really. Right, folks, well it's 11:05. I've just had my nighttime ablutions in the bathroom block here. I am feeling a bit tired. Billy Winkers is coming, so I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Good night. Morning folks, lovely morning, frosty doors, ice on frost on grass. It's about 7:45, the tent's full of frost, so I'm going to let the sun do its thing a bit and hopefully shift some of that, and then I'm going to nip up to ablutions block up there and just freshen up a little bit before I set off. Oh, my left bunion's throbbing this morning. I have a lot of jip with bunions on both feet, but my left one's worse. Just had a right interesting conversation with this fella back there. He was telling me the local constabulary made him homeless. He was from, what did he call it? Middlesbrough. And the local constabulary made him homeless, and he moved up Scotland just like bumming around, I think, by all accounts. Anyway, he's back down here now in North Hambleton, telling me some right good stories. There's a cricket ground here, and there's a big oak right on the boundary. Just been looking at a oak tree back there. The leaves are just opening out. It always makes me think, I think it's an old country saying I remember from an Enid Blyton book when I was a kid, and it says, if the oak is out before the ash, the earth will only get a splash. If the ash is out before the oak, the earth will get a soak. And I don't think I've ever seen an ash out before the oak. Always a late leafer. There's some beautiful houses round here. I love the architecture, the old stone. No touch that. Yeah, I love the old stone and the sort of red clay tiles. There's some serious brass round here. It's sort of farming, hunting country this. A lot of the people I'm seeing, they're in tweeds, flat caps, deer stalkers, breeches. That's a chiff chaff. There's a blackcap singing. That's a blackcap. First one I've heard this year. Old name for that is the northern nightingale, because we don't get nightingales up north. One of our best songbirds. Look at this gorgeous little dell. It's like a little smallholding, greenhouses, raised beds, polytunnels. What a lovely spot. Bloody champion round here. Who don't love a forward? I do anyway. Pheasant. Well, it's less than a quarter of a mile back to Nether Silton. In fact, I can see it coming up. Very, very much less. I so enjoyed that walk this morning. It were better than the walk yesterday. It was like a homage to spring, the bird song, the primroses, the wildflowers, the views. Looking over to Pennines over there. Fantastic, isn't it? After a long dark winter of lethargy and sloth, you just feel energised on walks like this in spring. I'm not sure when I shall be out again. Soon, hopefully, now the weather's bucking up. I've got one or two things in mind. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you next time.